Ziguinchor, also called Ziguinchor, is the capital of the Ziguinchor region, and the chief town of the Casamance area of Senegal, lying at the mouth of the Casamance River. It has a population of over 230,000, 2007 estimate. It is the second largest city of Senegal, but largely separated from the north of the country by the Gambia. The city has a tropical savanna climate, with an average annual accumulated rainfall of 1,547 millimeters, about 61 inches. History: the first European settlement in the area was founded by the Portuguese in 1645. According to tradition, Ziguinchor's name and meaning comes from the time when Portuguese traders and explorers came to the region to form a trading post, and derives from Portuguese chugu iikram, I came and they cry. The local people, seeing the Europeans, began crying, thinking they were to be enslaved. The Portuguese objective was to form a trading post and a friendship alliance with the local king. Ziguinchor became in fact a slave port during much of the Portuguese occupation. The spot was not chosen at random. While a Jola village predated the town, it was situated to trade with the Jola kingdom of Casso, which dates back to the Mali Empire, when Mandinka people moved into the area from the south and east. Following the end of the slave trade, Portuguese commerce stultified, and the town was eventually handed over to France on April 22, 1888, in a deal brokered amongst the colonial powers at the Berlin Conference of 1886. Under the French, Ziguinchor became a major trade port, mostly due to the intensive groundnut cultivation the colonial government encouraged in the interior. By 1900, the area was largely converted to Christianity, although significant syncretist and Muslim communities flourish. Rice growing, the traditional crop of the region, was hurt by the push to cultivate groundnuts, and extensive forest areas were cleared. The French government also imported rice across West Africa from the intensive farming they encouraged in French Indochina, shrinking the market for Casamance's main produce. After independence, the city saw its economic growth slow, in part due to the War of Independence in neighboring Guinea-Bissau. Portuguese military crossed into the area at least once, pursuing Pague rebels, and cannon fire could be heard in the city for much of the war. During this period Ziguinchor became a main post for both the Senegalese army and French forces, guarding the frontier, a frontier which cut into Diola families and communities. As the capital of Casamance, Ziguinchor has been at the center of the three-decade-long conflict with Dakar, that has flared into open civil war on more than one occasion. With a population with a majority of Diola and Christian, too, the effects of a large migration of Wolof Muslims fleeing drought in the north during the 1970s caused tensions to flare. A 1983 demonstration against price rises in Ziguinchor market was put down violently by Senegalese forces, and an insurgency by the Movement of Democratic Forces of Casamance, MFDC, followed, effectively wrecking the economy of the region. The 2004 peace accords, signed in Ziguinchor, were hoped to be the end of the violence, but in 2006, sporadic fighting by an MFDC split and laying of landmines again erupted in rural areas nearby. Transport and economy: Ziguinchor remains economically dependent on its role as a cargo port, transport hub and ferry terminal. The Nationale 4 inches highway crosses the Casamance River just east of the city, linking the region with Bignona about 25 kilometers to the north, and, via the Gambia, the rest of Senegal. The MV Jula, which sank in 2002, was sailing from Ziguinchor to Dakar. The loss of the ferry, not replaced till 2005, cut the main link between Casamance and the rest of the country. The new ferry, which began regular runs in 2007, is named for local anti-colonial martyr Aileen Sito Diata, and promises a boost to the local economy. Facilities in the town include markets, a cathedral and an airport. In February 2007, the new Ziguinchor University opened in the city. It is also home to a large peanut oil factory. A vibrant tourist destination, the beaches of nearby Cap Skirring were discovered by foreign tourists in the 1960s, and the location was built up to become one of the first Club Med resorts. Ziguinchor region is also known for growing great quantities of rice, oranges, mangoes, bananas, cashews, tropical fruits and vegetables, fish, and prawns, much of which are processed locally and exported from the city, its port, and its airport. Mauritania Airways flies twice a week to Dakar and Nouakchott. Ethnicity, labeled the most cosmopolitan city in Senegal, citation needed, Ziguinchor is a melting pot of all the ethnic groups coexisting in Senegal: Mandinka, Jola, Wolof, Fula, Hapular, Mankaigne, Manjak, Soninke, Serer, Bainank and Creole. Jola have been the majority of the population in the region since at least 1500, and culturally share much with the people of Guinea-Bissau. One of three dialects of Guinea-Bissau Creole, Kashu Ziguinchor, is centered around the city. Resistant to first Islam and later Christianity, many Jola retain a degree of animist practices, while Casamance is the only majority Catholic area in Senegal.